where, of course, as tribute continues to pour in from all over the world over the demise of the late Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, Jacob Oulanyah, who hailed from this region. We are speaking to different people, and it is a somber mood all over Acholi sub-region, just as it is for the rest of the nation. Like they say that every man is built by family and culture, so Oulanyah also hailed from a place where there is culture, and of course he was raised by a family. So we are coming to you live from the palace of the Paramount Chief of Acholi sub-region, who has a statement to make about this demise of a great son of Uganda. Good afternoon, and speak to your people about this loss.
Good afternoon, dear people of Uganda, especially the people of Acholi. The death of Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Jacob Oulanyah, is a tragic moment for all of us, but more especially for his family, who depended on him for their lives, and which I believe he wanted to see them through. More so that he has some young children who needed him most. The people of Acholi, for whom he was a member of Parliament, would miss him a lot, and the people of Uganda, because he was the Speaker of Parliament of Uganda. Honorable Jacob Oulanyah has been sick, but we never thought it would end in death. He died too soon without realizing his dream of changes that he wanted to make in Parliament of Uganda, the people of Moro and Acholi and his family. It is unfortunate that to date, most of us do not know exactly what took his life, but we shall wait for the right authority to tell us so. We cannot pretend that all is well with his death, because we have more questions than answers about the death of Oulanyah and other sons of Acholi. I might be forced, or I am forced to pose these questions. Why are our sons dying shortly after elevation in their position? Is poisoning now an open method of elimination in Uganda? Who is behind it? Is it an individual or an organized entity? I say so because of alleged comments that has been made or knowledge that has been brought to us that Oulanyah has been poisoned. But before that, we have had similar cases. One was with one of our daughters, Madame Elizabeth, the daughter of the late Prime Minister Eric Otema, who worked in the Prime Minister's office in the PRDP program, who was allegedly poisoned as well. And of recent, we had the case of the wife of Dr. Kaduchu, who is still a minister, but at that time she was a minister for primary health care, who rumors had it that she was also poisoned. And many more questions that people had been asking since the death of Paul Lokech, Walter Ochara, and Oketa. For the case of Oulanyah, I wanted to visit him as his leader, as an old boy, and as an in-law. As his leader, I couldn't bear hearing rumors without getting clear facts, and therefore I took an initiative to talk with the Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Honorable Acholi, for a possibility for I and a few of the elders of Acholi to visit him where he was being treated. But we were a little too late because a few days after a delegation traveled there, yesterday we heard that he was no more. I also wanted to visit him as an old boy because I studied with him at Laibi College. He was about a year or so ahead of me. And also as an in-law, because one of his cousins was married to one of our friends whom we had taken as a brother. But on the other hand, the late Jacob had also married our daughter, though their marriage did not last for long. So in all these capacities, I wanted to visit him, but more so as the son of the soil. Oulanyah is gone and defenseless now before us, except before God. So I ask those he might have wronged in any way to forgive him. But it was wrong also for those who used this situation to advance for changes and improvement of services in Uganda. Because to me, it was not just a matter of treatment abroad, but trying to save a life. If Oulanyah had come back alive, I would join the band in that advocacy. That means that even if those facilities that were out there were here in Uganda, Oulanyah could still die. And to those who think that he stood in their way and are celebrating his death, I ask you to give us a chance to grieve peacefully, because we shall all die. It's a matter of time, for we all have been assigned our time and mode of death. Death is with us like our shadow, during the day and during the night, when we are up and about or when we are resting. So death is not a laughable matter. It's not a matter to be celebrated, except for the wicked. To the people of Acholi and our friends, I ask you to keep strong and hopeful. Let us give respect to Oulanyah and his family and accord them all the necessary support they need. We should desist from actions that we might regret in the future. I know it is not easy at all on our lives at the moment as we wait to bury two of our prominent leaders, Ruotogik of Lukung and Right Honorable Jacob Oulanyah. This makes me wary of the future of Acholi, because where leaders die sort of mysteriously, the future becomes bleak. May the Almighty give us strength to labor through this sad moment. May you also forgive Honorable Oulanyah and bless his soul to rest in eternal peace. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You have been hearing from the Paramount Chief of Acholi, and of course, key words to remember there is that for those he could have wronged, he should be forgiven. The family should be left to mourn peacefully, but also questions, of course, still linger about what caused this